Before I started coming to Light City, I was in a place where I couldn't see a way out. I had so much emotional inner turmoil. I had been experiencing severe depression for about 10 years. And because of that, I didn't really want to get out of bed. I had trouble motivating to go anywhere. I didn't have any vision for my future. I didn't want to go to college or university. I had severe eating disorders, stomach issues that I was hospitalized multiple times for. I had been seeing a psychiatrist. I had been on antidepressants. I had used drinking as a way to make myself feel better, and ultimately was super insecure, could barely look at myself in the mirror. I had started reaching out to my brother, Pastor Mike, and I remember saying, I need help. I can't live like this anymore. And I had seen God show up in his life and transform his life, but because of the issues of my heart, I felt like that was only for special people, and it could never be something that I could access or that I could experience, or God wanted to be part of my life. I remember slowly but surely deciding to come, and there was a week that we had as a church called 3 Days of Praise, and that week I was so low. I couldn't get out of bed. I didn't show up to school at all that week, and I remember people from the church calling me and saying, "It's okay, just get here, you have to get here." And I remember I showed up the first night and I just wept in worship. But they were totally not the kind of tears that you see people weeping in the presence of the Lord with. They were just helpless tears, tears that felt like there was no way out, and I'm watching all these people walk in freedom, and I myself am miserable. But however it happened, people just continuously asking me to come, I showed up the next night. And I can say that God totally chipped away at my heart. It was like every single day I felt lighter. Every single day that I chose to just show up, God did something that I didn't know what was happening, but I knew that it was good. By the third night, praying in tongues in the Holy Spirit was always something that I wanted to do, that I had seen other people do, but I felt like once again that lie, like it was only for the elite, like it was only for those that were chosen, and I just wasn't good enough. And so I had tried so many times, and I remember the third night of 3 Days of Praise, I was in this moment of worship, encountering God, and I started just praying in tongues. And I remember thinking, wait, this is me, this can't be God. And it just kept flowing and flowing and flowing. And I remember just being wrecked in the presence of God, like just a total encounter. And the next day was my birthday. My friends had planned to take me out and go drinking, and they had extended the night to 4 days of praise instead of 3 days. And I said to them, I don't want to go out, I just want to go to church. And I, from that moment, was all in. From that moment said, I know that this is real, I know that God is real, and this is what I want to do. And it was like, as I just continued showing up, Holy Spirit started speaking to me, even though I didn't even know fully that it was him at the time, about this idea of commitment. And I remember saying, okay, I'm just gonna commit to come every single week, every single Sunday. And that was the first decision that I made that really set me on track for God moving in my life. And all of a sudden I committed to every Sunday, and God was speaking to me, and God was changing things, and I started experiencing peace and joy, which were two things that I literally never had experienced in my life. I had dealt with most of my life a feeling like I didn't belong, a feeling like I had no place, a continuous temptation to isolate myself, and stepping into a family where God's called me. To me, it was like I finally felt like I had a place. I know that I wouldn't be here today without our leadership and without the people that have never given up on me. When I gave my life to God and I jumped all in, it was only a matter of time before all of those other things just fell away. I was off antidepressants, I was off medicine that was regulating my hormones, I was off medicine that was dealing with my stomach issues, my skin started changing. I was free from an eating disorder, and for the first time in my life actually liked looking at myself and felt confident about myself. I would say to people over and over again, if Jesus could do it for me, he can do it for anyone. I look at where I was 8 years ago. It's amazing because I don't feel the sting of those things anymore. The only thing that I feel is the absolute victory and the beauty of what God's done. Jesus is real, and it wasn't anything that I did. It wasn't anything about me. It's just about his real faithfulness. I am living in my glorious destiny right now. I'm living in a place where I love what I'm doing. I love who I am. I love the people that I'm surrounded by. I finally believe in myself, and I finally believe that God actually has a plan for my life. I'm Emma, and I believe in miracles.